Hi guys, welcome back to Cannock Paranormal, and this is just like a little intro to a series of little videos that I did on the 27th of May of this year, and these videos are taken from the area of Kingsley Wood Road. So the last video I did was basically, I suppose the interesting thing of that evening was that there were four of us, three of us split off and went for a ramble to explore the area of Kingsley Wood Road. And while we were away, my friend actually picked up what thought was a growl coming from the areas of bushes pretty close to where we were parked. And just to kind of recap, Kingsley Wood Road is sort of sandwiched between the back of the lower area of a German cemetery and Birches Valley. So it's an interesting place. Residents had reported some strange sounds, which is why we had somebody, by the car, as it made, good sense to be around the area where the sounds had been reported from. So yeah, this was a beautiful evening, and there was only the two of us this time, so it was pretty much down to me to wander off and explore the area in daylight and look for any clues as to maybe what was potentially making a growl. We did notice that pretty close to where we were, there's a sheep pen, which is pretty random, but yeah, it was like a little area where they keep sheep, and obviously there are deer on Cannock, so it was interesting. I suppose my aims and objectives of getting there during daylight was to essentially find any evidence of other animals and to see if there might have been, anything obvious that's maybe not, some kind of hair sample that might indicate perhaps a big cat or something like that. Obviously, this is a paranormal channel, so always interested in anything. And the one thing I will say about when I go off during daylight, it's, your senses are always heightened and you're listening out for any little sound. I don't think it's a case of being imagining things. I just think that we're more in tune with our innate senses than we would be in the modern world that we live in. So, and there may have been one or two people walking around that evening, but for the most part you're on your own, and there are obvious dangers which are other people, but there's also animals and stuff that you're looking out for, if only to eliminate them from any flights of imagination. So I hope you enjoy these series of videos. I won't do an intro for probably the others. I might do an outro for the last one. But yeah, see what you think, and if there's anything interesting that you see, please feedback to me. I generally don't watch the videos through too much. I might do a bit of editing, but that's about it. So okay, I hope you enjoy these, and I do have some more videos coming up. On June the 24th we attended a skywatch with the fantastic group called BUFOG. That's the Birmingham UFO group, and there was probably about 30 people there. It's always a really pleasant atmosphere, such great folk. And I did wander off on my own again in the dark this time to investigate the woods behind the German cemetery, which was interesting and a little bit scary. So that's another one I'm going to work on this week to try and get up for you guys. In the meantime, please enjoy this video and let me know what you think. Back in a bit. So basically I'm going to have a walk around this area and going to see if I can find any bits of fur or any animal fur. I've got some bags with me. I've got a glove with me which I will put on should I find anything, so that I don't contaminate anything. So my friend back there, Marty, said that the growl was heard sort of in this direction. There's a small, I'd say a vague trail here which I can follow, and I'm just really kind of curious to see if anything, well basically if I can find anything of any sorts. Obviously we've had a bit of dry weather, but I'm not really expecting to find anything other than the odd animal, but I think that's, I'm looking at that now, it's probably deer, and it looks like deer or something. By the way, I'm not an expert on animal droppings or anything like that, so I'll record it, and if anyone can identify what kind of droppings those are, then that's really useful. I'll tell you one thing, it's absolutely beautiful out here, and yeah, we were hoping for a few more of us on this evening, but unfortunately, sadly, lots of people have declined to come, so again, there's some more down there. Okay, so I'm just going to head this way. I paused for a second and I thought I'd stumbled across some kind of bee's nest or wasp's nest or something, but I think they're just collecting the nectar on a tree. Oh dear, that sounds so curious. Again, there's more. Definitely on a trail of some kind of animal. So I'm just going to get in close with that because I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming that's like a deer or something. I was thinking rabbit, but then there seems to be a lot of it, and it seems to be right along this trail, and in fact it's everywhere. I'm literally amongst the thick of it here. I mean, it would make sense if there was if it was a big cat on Cannock Chase, and that is deer scat, then it would make sense that any large predator might follow the same route. So I'm going to go back to the car for now, and I'm going to report back what I've just seen, and I mean that's interesting already. I mean, like I said in the previous video, she's just gorgeous. So the one good thing about coming out at this time of day is to be able to find like a viable route through without having to sort of stumble your way in the dark. There's a little path here that takes us up, and I'm assuming that I'm not too far from the car. Okay, a little route there. And that's the path that takes. If I go down that path, that will take us towards the back of a German cemetery. Okay, I'm just going to... So I've just put the video back on. About about 100 meters from the car. It's pretty light still. Time is about just gone quarter past 8. I've just heard a rock. Sounding like something heavy. I mean, I say rock, but you know, it could just be something. I don't know, just something heavy landing on the ground. And so I'm gonna take a little walk up this trail and see where this takes me. This is weird because even though it's the evening, I'm like, this is like what I would do during the day, except that I'm sort of I'm on my own and it's evening. Let's take a look, see where this trail goes. I mean, it's a nice little path actually. It looks like it's going to go straight all the way up. I am sort of looking to find one that kind of cuts right a bit. Let's see. I've literally just heard movement to my left. Okay, that's interesting. Could have been maybe a wood pigeon or something like that. Yeah, there's a pigeon. 100%. So I took another left-hand path, which is probably now running adjacent to that other path that I came down, and I'm sort of heading like left. I'm looking for a right path to sort of take me further down in the direction your car's, well, the opposite direction to what your car's faced. So
okay.
well, it's crazy, but I did hear something that sounded like a rock, and hoping I haven't found. I don't know if I'd rather find the four-legged one or the two-legged one.
Funny. Could be rock trolls, you know.
I mean, to be fair, where I'm walking now, I know for a fact on Cannock it's where you'll find a snake.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. Keep going, I'm sure something will come up when it gets a bit darker.
What, you mean like my ankle?
Yeah.
So this is pretty nice. I'm not entirely sure exactly where I am, but I think if I endeavour to bear right and carry on in a relatively straight line, then I'm not going to get too lost. This looks like a bit of a path that's heading in the right direction. I mean, this is a really, really beautiful place. There's more. I don't know if that was rabbit dumplings or deer dumplings. gorgeous. I'm going to go grab a picture of that.